Welcome. I'm glad that you've joined me today. Every experience begins with a thought, and our experience changes when we change that thought. In this series, we will focus on the thoughts and emotions relating to special meridian points located along the sides of the spine and corresponding to the vertebrae. They are called Huatuojiaji points, and each point connects to a specific area in your body and nervous system. We will be working on opening the Huatuojiaji points along the spine to increase chi flow and activation of the nervous system, so your body has access to the life force and information that it needs to heal itself. I will help you to do this through Qigong healing and the use of forgiveness and affirmations. Today's series is about the sacrum and the coccyx area, the sacral vertebrae. And this is about a sure base, stability, and safety. When these areas are blocked and weakened, it can inhibit the flow and connection of life force energy and the flow of energy in the root chakra, affecting our ability to feel safe and supported in life. It is weakened by fear, false control, false resistance, and failing to be accountable. Your job is to surrender and to cooperate with the flow and lessons of life. And in this, you will find your true base. By clearing the stuck and stagnant energy in each point and infusing it with life force energy, your body will have what it needs to correct and harmonize any dysfunction that has accumulated over the years. Life happens, whether we choose it or not, and it can have a great impact on how we live our lives or view our lives. We will identify areas where energy is inflamed, stuck, stagnant, and refusing to flow because of old beliefs of victimhood, controlling experiences, shame and humiliations, fears, the stories we tell ourselves, people in our lives, our lifestyle, our attitudes, and the demands placed on us. We will focus on beliefs that your mind is ready to embrace or release, where it is ready for change, ready for progress and transformation. So embrace these thoughts. Feel them deep within your body, your mind, and your soul, and allow them to penetrate deep into your heart. Because you are absolutely worthy of every virtue. You are worthy of every life-giving belief. And as you hear these statements and let them into your heart, they will transform you gently, profoundly, and bring greater and higher good in your life. So take a deep breath, and we will start. You can place your hand on your chest, touching the two fear points with your thumb and index finger. The spots may be tender. They're just under your collarbone here. And hold your hand there. You can massage the points if they are tender, or you can hold your hands in prayer position at your heart space. And this is particularly effective if you're holding rare earth magnets with the south pole facing your right hand, or you can use a piece of quartz crystal, jade, or selenite. Now, imagine looking into a mirror and looking into your eyes and talking directly into your soul. In this moment, speak this maxim to yourself with the care and compassion that you would give to the most apprehensive of beings. So repeat after me. Take kindness and benevolence as basis. Take frankness and friendliness to heart. Speak with reason, treat with courtesy, act with emotion, and accomplish results. Now let's say this one more time, speaking it into the sacral vertebrae, increasing the life force with honest kindness and respect for its importance, place, and function. Take kindness and benevolence as basis. Take frankness and friendliness to heart. Speak with reason, treat with courtesy, act with emotion, and accomplish results. We will breathe after each statement, consciously creating new pathways of response and allowing the energy to freely and lovingly flow. So carefully listen to each statement. Try to repeat after me in your mind, but if it's too fast, just carefully listen. So take a deep breath. I give myself permission to bring up and address the unconscious beliefs that have kept me stuck in patterns of response that bring harm to myself and others. And breathe. I give myself permission to forgive the people and institutions that have influenced my beliefs when they have encouraged distorted ideas, even when they believed it was good. And breathe. I forgive those in my life experience so far who intentionally or unintentionally caused me harm because of their own broken and distorted interpretations of life. And breathe. I forgive myself for my incorrect interpretation of the love and care offered to me by those who truly wanted to show love. And breathe. I ask others to forgive me when I have hurt or caused harm because of my mistaken interpretation of reality. And breathe. I forgive myself for any resistance I have toward embracing all that is good, lovely, and precious. And breathe. I forgive myself for believing that miraculous transformation, healing, change, and opportunities only happen after long toiling effort, self-degradation, or that they don't happen for me. And breathe. I embrace all opportunities, gifts, and love that flow to me without hesitation or skepticism, but with thankfulness and gratitudes. And breathe. I give myself permission to surrender and allow for the highest and greatest good to come to me, transform me, and remake me. And breathe. I forgive myself for distorting my alignment with myself, with the great Creator, and with great nature, because I do not know my true self. And breathe. I give myself permission to accept my true self and clear the blockages that keep me distorted in my physical health, my emotional health, my social health, and my spiritual health. And breathe. I give myself permission to take responsibility for whatever comes into my presence with gratitude and calmness. And breathe. I forgive myself for knowingly or unknowingly creating the emotional and physical patterns that block my flow and connection to myself, heaven, earth, or humanity. And breathe. I give myself permission to grow and evolve by giving up the stories of the past so that the universe can write new ones. And breathe. I love and accept myself now as I begin to understand and accept the corrections to any false programming and beliefs I might have received as a child. And breathe. I love and accept myself as I align myself to think and feel in the way the universe thinks and feels, accepting the miracles that flow through me, around me, above me, and below me. And breathe. I love and accept that the universe is highly flexible, and I can be too, because when I'm flexible, which is in harmony with the universe, I am open to the infinite possibilities, and then possibilities will appear. And breathe. I forgive myself for being terrified of losing control. And breathe. I forgive myself for stubbornly holding on to events of the past in order to continually remind myself to be angry. And breathe. I forgive myself for using anger as an excuse to deny my accountability for what has happened to me. And breathe. I forgive myself for failing to learn to surrender and let go, thus repeating the pain over and over. And breathe. I forgive myself for blaming those close to me for all my troubles and unhappiness. And breathe. I forgive myself for thinking that others are to blame instead of taking responsibility for my involvement and engagement in my life. And breathe. I forgive myself for denying my part in every choice and interaction so that I can blame someone else if it fails. And breathe. I forgive myself for being pissed off and angry with others when things don't go the way I want it to go, instead of looking at myself and where I need to change. And breathe. I forgive myself for hating myself and blaming others for it. And breathe. I forgive myself for creating the pattern in my consciousness that created the condition that I'm in. And breathe. I forgive myself for being afraid to change. And breathe. I forgive myself for being afraid that change means losing control. And breathe. I forgive myself for being afraid to surrender to the lessons of life and allow life to teach me and help me to become who I am meant to become. And breathe. I forgive myself for fighting against life itself, refusing to give up old ideas and stories, and perpetuating the pain. And breathe. I give myself permission to let go of all that I am afraid to lose so that I can relax inside. And breathe. I give myself permission to release and let go of the stagnant fear separating me from the flow and connection of living. And breathe. I am willing to surrender all the fears blocking my happiness, even if they are old, long-time parts of me. And breathe. I give myself permission to release all vows of loyalty to fear, even if they are loyalties to a family or a community. Because without loyalty to fear, I am free to contribute to the family and community from a place of love and mutual respect, creating and building a world of true harmony and joy. And breathe. I give myself permission to call up and transform, transmute, release, and remove all vows of loyalty to fear, even the loyalties to family and community. And without this loyalty, I am free to contribute to the family and community from a place of love and mutual respect, creating and building a world of true harmony and joy for the highest and greatest good of myself and others. And breathe. I now give myself permission to unblock both sides of the Huatuojiaji points of the sacral vertebrae, the sacrum, and the coccyx, opening and activating the flow of chi and information through these vertebrae, and communicating freely with all parts of my body, mind, and spirit, and raising the quality of my thoughts. And breathe. I give myself permission to see the past, present, and future clearly and honestly, and release all that keeps me from seeing, hearing, and accepting the truth. And breathe. I give myself permission to take responsibility for every aspect of creating the life that supports me and that I love. And breathe. I give myself permission to be accountable for the decisions I make and all the experiences that are presented to me. And breathe. I give myself permission to receive wisdom through joyfully accepting the experiences of life in all their variety. And breathe. Without insecurity, rejection of my power and accountability, and the need to control or blame, I am free to align my life with my true purpose, to pay attention to the lessons of life, and to surrender to life's great refining process. And breathe. When I am aligned with life itself, I am free to be accountable for my life. And breathe. I am free to release the past with ease and receive all that life has to offer me. And breathe. I am free to release the old patterns in my consciousness that created this condition. And breathe. I am free to willingly change and begin to see myself as the energy of life sees me. And breathe. I am free to feel comfortable and easily release the old and embrace the new, the beautiful, and the sacred in my life. And breathe. I am free to live in a way that reflects truth so that my experience of life is wholeness, connection, consistency, and calm. and breathe. With the power of my divine consciousness, I now create connection and harmony with all things in myself and in my world in a way that inspires kindness, friendliness, honesty, and goodwill, flowing genuine love and sincere compassion to all that is in my range of influence, and freely offering connection from the brightest place of my heart. Take a long, deep breath and release all that does not align with truth and contentment. You are now creating new alignments, stronger and more powerful beliefs, letting go of the stories of the past and creating new supportive and harmonious ones to manifest the peace, happiness, and calm that is divinely gifted to you at all times. I leave this blessing with you. May you be blessed in the holy names of those who, without you knowing it, help to carry and lighten your pain. May you know serenity when you are called to enter the house of suffering. May a window of light always surprise you. May you be granted the wisdom to avoid false resistance when suffering knocks on the door of your life. May you glimpse its eventual gifts. May you be able to receive the fruits of suffering. May memory bless and protect you with the hard-earned light of past travail to remind you that you have survived before, and through the darkness, now it's deep, you will soon see approaching light. May the grace of time heal your wounds. And may you know that though the storm might rage, not a hair of your head will be harmed. So now put on your beautiful smile and receive the gifts that will assist you in your purpose, and you will start making a positive difference in your world.